Hello, my name's Rebecca, and this is Your Bourbon Journey. Welcome to another night of Thirsty Thursday Bourbon Cocktails. Tonight we have a little spice in store for you because we will be making a Maple Habanero Sour. I hope that intrigues you, so let's talk a little bit about what that will involve. As per usual, we will need some great bourbon. Tonight, we are once again using the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey that is a Russell's Reserve 10-year-old. As I've told you before, this bourbon stands up very well in a cocktail and tends to complement the other ingredients that I will be using tonight. We will also, for our sweet note in the sour, be using a bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup. This will be terrific, and the fact that it's bourbon barrel aged just makes it all that much better. We will be using 2 bitters. Obviously, for doing habanero, we will be using habanero bitters. And to add a little extra complexity, an additional layer, we will also be using black walnut bitters. You have a choice to either use an egg white, or like I'm using fee foam to give that similar feel and foam and viscosity that you get from an egg white. Have on hand to garnish, we will want to have some dried lemon slices as well as a little bit of black pepper. For our tools tonight, we will need a shaker, ice, of course a nice jigger, and a couple of great cocktail glasses with blocked ice in it. We will also want to have some fresh squeezed lemon juice to balance out our sweet note. So how about we get started? First, we're going to add our bourbon. For this cocktail, with our Russell's Reserve 10, we're going to use 2 ounces of bourbon for each cocktail. We tried it with 1.5 ounces, but with the habanero notes, we found that 2 ounces of bourbon really helped to bring some additional balance that we were seeking in this drink. Next, we will move on to our Pappy Van Winkle Bourbon Barrel Aged Syrup, where for each cocktail we will use a 1/2 ounce. Therefore, together we're going to use 1 full ounce to make 2. And it's a really luscious syrup. Actually, any bourbon barrel aged syrup is fantastic. It's just the natural maple syrup that brings it all together, and those bourbon barrel aged notes complement what we're doing with the cocktail. As I mentioned, to balance that out, we're going to use our fresh squeezed lemon juice. So that's equal parts as usual with our sweet note of our maple syrup. So we're going to use 1 ounce for this double cocktail, or 1/2 ounce if you are just making 1. Yep. And we will use 6 dashes of our fee foam per cocktail. Now, we're going to use 3 dashes of the black walnut bitters per cocktail. And for our preference on our taste profile, we're going to also use 3 dashes of the habanero bitters. Now, if you don't like things too spicy, you may want to back it to 2. But we found that with all these other notes, the sweet and sour and everything else that was going on, that 3 dashes worked very well. There we go. That's 6 for our 2 cocktails. So next we're going to dry shake this for 15 to 20 seconds. That should just about do that. Now we're going to add ice to our shaker. And then we will shake again. For another 15 to 20 seconds. This is the fun part. Now we're about ready. Oh yes, that's looking great. We will strain it into our cocktail glasses. Looking fantastic. Now we're going to add just a dash of black pepper to each one for garnish. It's going to give it a little bit of snap. And then I like to add, you could add a fresh lemon, but having these lovely dried lemons on hand really can take it to another level. It's just got a different taste profile that I really enjoy. There we go. One for each. Terrific. So now that we've mixed everything up and we're ready to go, let's give it a taste and see how it does. Cheers. Oh yes. I'm loving this because it's got a great balance. Cocktail needs balance. And when I first pick it up, I'm getting a little bit of that black pepper note on the nose, as well as that lemon is coming forward. But as soon as it touches my palate, the maple syrup is interacting with that habanero bitter as well as the bourbon. And that is making it just luscious. You're getting the sweet and sour with the spicy and the earthiness of the walnuts. And that all works perfectly well with that Russell's Reserve 10 bourbon. I hope you'll give this one a try, even if you're not a great spicy person. I promise you, it is not too hot. So please take a moment and try this Maple Habanero Sour, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a great evening and always drink responsibly. Cheers.